Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be talking about inscribed quadrilaterals today. An inscribed quadrilateral, you can find the definition for that on the website, but real quick, an inscribed quadrilateral is a quadrilateral that's all vertices are located on a circle. So here you can see that I have a quadrilateral, has four sides. Each of the vertices is intersecting a circle. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, what we want to know about inscribed quadrilaterals is that in an inscribed quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. This is very important and can be very tricky if you're not paying attention. Okay, supplementary. This word right here means that they add to 180. Okay, that's what that really means. So, as you can see, here I have all the angles in our quadrilateral labeled. Angle 1 and angle 3, they are across from each other. They are not next to each other. That makes them opposites. And as we noticed, measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 3 has to add to 180 because that's what supplementary means. Two angles add to 180. And you notice that angle 2 and angle 4 are also opposites, and because they are opposites, the two measures must add up to 180. That's what supplementary means. That's how these problems will work. Okay, very easy to do as long as you remember that they're supplements. So you're going to see a couple of problems. Again, the directions are going to be the same for all of them, and if you would like to try them out on your own, go at your own pace, see how well you do, and resume the videos whenever you're ready to check your answers. The first problem that we have here, it's asking us to solve for each of the variables. We have an x and we have a y. So I'm going to look at x first. I'm going to use green for x. Okay. Angle x is across or opposite from this particular angle right here, 76. Now, do not think that they're equal. That's what you're going to first think to do. Please don't do that. We're going to take these two pieces of information, x and 76, we're going to add them and set them equal to 180 because they're supplements. And all we have to do is subtract 76 from both sides, and that's going to give us the value of x that we're looking for. 180 minus 76 is 104 degrees. I'm going to do angle y in purple. Here's angle y. Again, the angle opposite angle y is right here, 92. Remember that we're going to be adding these two together and setting them equal to 180 because they're supplements. Subtract 92 from both sides. That leaves us with 88 degrees. Okay, so we found angle x to be 104. Remember that they're supplements, they should add to 180. We found angle y to be we found angle y to be 88 degrees. Remember these two angles should add up to 180. Okay? So again, if you'd like to try any of these ones out on your own, go for it. Let's test this next one. Angle x is opposite of 65 degrees, so we would say x plus 65 equals 180. We want to subtract 65 from both sides. 180 minus 65. That's going to be 115 degrees. And angle y is opposite of 70. So y plus 70 will add to 180. Subtract 70 from both sides. That gives us 110 degrees. So we found x to be 115 degrees, y to be 110 degrees. Remember, these angles are supplements when they're opposite of each other. So when you look at the next two problems, they don't give you quite as much stuff to solve for. I'm sorry if this is a little bit blurry. This is 92 degrees. This is 8x. So if you'd like to try these out on your own, now you know what those numbers are. So let's test it. We know that these two values have to add up to 180. So 8x plus 92 equals 180. I'm going to subtract 92 from both sides. So 180 minus 92 leaves us with 88. And once we divide by 8 on both sides, we get x equaling 11. That's all that they asked us for. Notice real quick, before, the values that we were finding were just one plain old value at that angle. That makes it a degree. Here, we're trying to figure out what value would give us an angle of 8x. So we don't need the degree marker here. If you put it on extra, that's not a problem. It's when you forget to put the degree symbol that you have a problem. Okay, so looking at problem D, here the angle they gave us is 13x. And the opposite angle is 76, so we want to say 13x plus 76 equals 180. We're going to want to subtract 76 from both sides. That leaves us with 13x equals 104. And then we have to divide by 13. So we divide 104 by 13 and we get 8. Okay, pretty simple, pretty easy. A few more problems to look at. Again, all of the process to these problems are going to be the same. So if you want to test these ones out, try them, see how you do. It's worth a shot, right? The angles in question here, 8x minus 3 and 6x plus 15, they're going to add. And they're going to be equal, to 180 degrees. Okay, so let's combine like terms. 8x and 6x, that's a total of 14x. Negative 3 and positive 15, that's 12. And we got 180 on the other side. We're going to subtract away 12 from 180. That's going to give us 168. And then we need to divide both sides by 14. That gives us x equaling 12. Okay, problem F. Remember that those angles are opposites. That means they add to 180. 14x minus 12 plus 7x plus 3 equals 180. 14x, 7x, that's a total of 21x. Negative 12, positive 3, that's negative 9. We want to add 9 to both sides. And then we have to divide by 21. That gives us a value of 9. Hopefully you're doing okay with these. Got one more set of problems to go. These ones are a little bit different. Okay, here they give you more than just a quadrilateral, right? You might notice that the quadrilateral in question is this entire shape, but they have a piece broken up over here. Don't let that fool you. Okay, the quadrilateral right here has one angle that's built up of two smaller angles. So if I want to know the length of this entire angle, I would have to just add those two values. So if I add 39 and 45, I get 84 degrees. Well, now that I know what that angle is here for this entire quadrilateral angle, I know that these two opposite angles must be supplementary, so I just add x plus 84 equals 180. We'll subtract 84 from both sides. That'll leave us with 96 degrees for x. Okay? And as far as h, again, don't let this bother you. Here's one of the quadrilaterals. Here's x. Here's the angle opposite of x. Well, we don't know that value, so we can't really find x right now. However, we do have another quadrilateral. They gave us an angle here of 80. The angle opposite of it is right here, which is, hey look, the same angle that we were looking for. So if we can figure out that angle measure, we can figure out x. So let's just call this question mark for right now. Question mark plus 80 is going to add up to 180 degrees. Subtract 80. That gives us that missing value as 100 degrees. And remember that these two angles now, x and 100, are supplementary. That means x plus 100 should add up to 180. Subtract 100, and we get x equaling 80 degrees. Okay? Pretty easy problems. Again, if you take your time and you remember that we're working with supplements on inscribed angles, quadrilaterals. Okay, the opposite angles should be supplements. Remember that, and you'll be fine with these problems. Any questions you have, leave on the website or bring them into class. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you whenever we can. Sorry for all the quite minor little me saying the wrong words once in a while. A little tired right now, so again, I apologize for that, but hopefully this made sense to you. See you next time.